What up, TTC, man? It's your boy, Deshaun. I want y'all to do me a favor. Let me scoot on back. Look above me. Look above me. What do you see? Let me bring the camera. Let me bring the camera on out. What do y'all see up there? What y'all see up there? How many there is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's get to it. I was chilling one day, and my cousin come calling me. You know, he followed the TTC and shit. And he was like, man, you seen Simon's video, live stream? And I was like, nah, what's up? And he was like, man, he a Cowboys fan. And he was like, man, he talking Cash Money shit. And I'm like, I ain't thinking nothing of it. I'm like, man, that's NFC business, man. And he was like, no, there's some shit he said up in there. And I was like, man, whatever. So I hit Simon's up, and I even told Simon, man, that's NFC business, man, whatever. So, all of a sudden, the next day, I was like, okay, let me see what the fuck my cousin was talking about in this video, about this live stream. So I went back and listened to it, and I'm listening, and I'm like, okay. And then, he said some shit that kind of caught my attention. Said that the Cowboys are the greatest franchise in sports. He ain't just saying football. He said in sports. Now, I have a problem with that. I do. I don't understand. TTC, what's the meaning of the greatest? I'm trying to see it. Because in my definition, the meaning of the greatest is you doing some shit that can never be duplicated. Can never be duplicated. Example. The Steelers. They won twice, back to back, 2 times in the same decade. That shit has never happened. Like that shit, I really don't see a motherfucker ever doing that. Now, the Cowboys won 3 out of 4. But they were the first one to win 3 out of 4. But the Patriots came and did that shit less than 10 years later. The same exact shit. Okay. Like the Patriots. The Patriots have won 6 rings in less than a 20-year span. That shit ain't gonna never happen again in football. Never. I don't give a fuck what you say. Never. Now, here's my thing with this, man. I continue to say this, and he said some shit that kind of caught my attention. He was talking about that, you know, they the number 1 on the Forbes list and all that shit there. I really don't give a fuck about a Forbes list. I'm finna be real. I really don't give a fuck about a Forbes list because when I go into a hate week, I don't be thinking to say that we number 2 in NFL on the Forbes list. That ain't some shit that I say. Because I feel like this. The Forbes list that's a little bit, we're fans. I feel like the Forbes list is a little bit above our pay grade, if you know what I mean when I say that. Like, we're fans. We don't give a fuck about a Forbes list. We don't. We let the TV analysts and the owners sit there and with they motherfucking eating their caviar in their penthouses on their yachts and drinking their champagne and talk about the Forbes list. As a fan, I don't talk about no fucking Forbes list. Because that shit ain't gonna get me nowhere. Talking about a Forbes list. Now, here's the thing. I said this shit a long time ago, and I'm gonna say this shit again. I said it once, I'm gonna say it twice. Let me say this again. I don't give a fuck if you have 2,000 motherfucking Hall of Famers that played for your team, 17,000 All-Pros, and 18,000 motherfucking Pro Bowlers that has played for your team. All them niggas did was get you 5 fucking rings. That's it. That shit don't matter. That's it. It's niggas in the Hall of Fame that ain't got a ring. Hall of Fame is just individual shit. Because I know this for a fact that 75% of the motherfucking people that played for the Patriots that got them rings, they ain't getting in the Hall of Fame. I know that for a fact. But they came together 6 times and got 6 rings. See, it's just like a 49ers fan when they talk about Steve Young. If you listen to him, you'll think that Steve Young got more than 1 fucking ring. But all he did was get them 1 fucking ring. That's it. I don't give a fuck. See, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We'll schedule predictions. These niggas are tripping. And then they team will underachieve. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I see it every year. Well, niggas, these schedules come out. I don't do schedule predictions because I can't predict some shit that's gonna happen in fucking November. Some shit like that, bro. Because I look at it like this. What if some injuries happen and that really fuck us up? See, niggas that do schedule predictions, they haven't learned yet. Like 49ers fans. They did schedule prediction, then Jimmy got hurt. They looked like asses. I have said this. I don't give a fuck if we go 0-16. I don't give a fruity pebble fuck. I don't give a cinnamon toast crunch fuck if we go 0-16. If you don't win a Super Bowl, nigga, you have went 0-16 too, nigga. The only difference is that we got better draft position. In case you don't know what I mean when I say that, nigga, it was a wasted season if you don't win a Super Bowl. I listen to Simons, man, that live stream. And he said some stupid shit. Talking about that fucking, they got a story now. The Cowboys got a story now because Dak Prescott lost his brother. No, nigga. He didn't lose his brother. His brother took the easy way out and blew his own fucking brains out. That's not a sad story. He bitched up and took the easy way out. That's not sad. Hey, Simons. But you always talking about, that you need a story. What was the Kansas City Chiefs story last year? What was the Patriots story the year before? Let me break something down to you, Simons. 2016, beginning of the 2017 season. That 2016 offseason. Do you know who had the biggest story in the last 5 years in football? The Minnesota Vikings. Because that offseason, 2016, you do know who died, right? Prince. Then a couple months later, Dennis Green died. So why did the Vikings, if the NFL is all about stories, why did the motherfucking Vikings go to the NFC Championship game and get their asses slapped by Philly? Why they didn't get their first ring? They had the better story. Why? I really don't understand. Dak Prescott brother dying, this nigga's a nobody that nobody knows, man. I can't tell you this nigga's name. I'm gonna tell you how I found out about that nigga brother dying, bro. I'm in the Uptown hangout during the draft. And somebody else said, man, that's fucked up. Dak Prescott brother died. So I'm like, damn, where you see that at? He was like, the shit just went across my screen at the bottom. So all of a sudden the shit went by again. And I'm like, oh shit. They didn't even put this nigga name up in that motherfucker. They just said Dak Prescott brother commit suicide. That's it. They let you know how important that nigga was. That nigga's a fucking nobody. But you gonna win a Super Bowl based off the motherfucking story of a nigga killing himself. Boy, y'all need to stop it in this motherfucker, man. For real, man. But like I say, man, the greatest is doing some shit, man, that never be accomplished again. The Cowboys wasn't the first team to win the Super Bowl. They wasn't the first team to get 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings, 4 rings, or 5. They wasn't. They the first team to go 3 out of 4. I give them that. But a team did it less than 10 years later. The Patriots and the Steelers have something in common. When we both got our 5th ring, you know it took us, 3 years? It took the Steelers 3 years, and then it took us 2 to go get our 6th. And the 49ers and the fucking Cowboys have been waiting for 20-something years. That's not fucking greatness. It's not. It's just not. Y'all need to stop it. And like I say, man, I ain't backing off nothing I'm saying, bro. I'm just being real, bro. I don't give a fuck about no Forbes list. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because none of that shit has helping you on the field. If you really want to know the truth, since 99, the Chicago Bears have been a better motherfucking franchise on the field than the Cowboys. The motherfucking Cowboys ain't made it to the NFC Championship game. They ain't got past the division round. Chicago Bears went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. They went to the NFC Championship game with Jay fucking Cutler. That's pathetic. That is pathetic. Sit up straight when I'm talking to y'all. Sit up straight when I'm talking to you. You sit up straight when I'm talking to you. You won the 5 ring bitches. Sit up straight when I'm talking to y'all. Listen, man. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm finna be gone. If you have kids that weren't born, or that are 23, 24, 25, whatever. Oh, okay, let me say this. My daughter is 11 years old. 11. Now, I don't know if she remember when she was 5 when we beat the Seahawks. But she was 7 when we beat the Falcons. And she was 9 when we beat the Rams. She can tell you how her daddy acted. How I acted. How happy I was when my team won a Super Bowl. Some of you niggas motherfucking kids are grown-ass men and women and have only seen they parents go through misery and motherfucking triumph. They have seen you go through straight misery and sadness with your team. But you the greatest. But you the greatest. But you the greatest. Stop looking at fucking Forbes list and all that shit. That just because you number 1 on the Forbes list and all that shit there, that does not make you the greatest franchise, bro. It does not. It make your owner a great businessman. That's what it does. It make the motherfucking fans naive because they started buying the motherfucking gear and all that, knowing that their team ain't gonna win shit. That's what it does. But Dak Prescott brother blowing his brains out is not a good story. You ain't gonna win a Super Bowl just off that right there. That rate ain't gonna happen. And like I say, if you ain't got 6, nigga, fuck you. And like I say, I ain't coming off nothing I'm saying. I'm really not. I'm really not. If y'all feel like y'all got something to say, hey, I'll be waiting. Whatever. And like I said, bruh, stop the bullshit up in here. Sit your 5-ring asses down before we make change. And like I say, if you have a 23, 24 grown-ass child or whatever, and they ain't seen you, they can't tell us how it felt to see them Hall of Famers. They fondest memory of Emmitt Smith is probably playing for the Cardinals when they played y'all. When they played the Cowboys and get negative 2 yards, you ain't great. And I'm out this bitch. All my niggas look rich as fuck with these 6 rings on, baby. And I'm out this bitch. Holla at me. And like I say, shout out to my Patriot family, shout out to my Celtics family. And like I say, I can show you these 6 banners. I can show you my 6 rings. Steelers fans, McMahon. He can go get a jacket that say 6 on that motherfucker. The other 30 teams in this bitch can't do that. The fans of 30 teams can't do that. Sit y'all asses down. with that bullshit. And I'm out this bitch.